it's a new month, right? Tomorrow, new month, new week, new day. So it's gonna be interesting. Friday closed at 594.72. Um, However, if we drop more, take this 52, 582, 22 out to the downside. The first target what is 575.3, right? And then the second target is 568. So regardless how I study it, I mean, there's really multi ways you look at it. You can say we have a low, higher low, high, higher high. And we can go all the way back up to the all-time high. Could we? Yes, we could. It really depending on how you interpret the chart, but NQ is totally different story. So to the if for whatever reason we drop below 582.44, then two downside target here. And this what I see eventually. I don't know when. So this candle, this 591.34 is the previous day candle, 50%. So above that, which we're very likely to go to 598, right? The and that's also this is 100, this is 50 SMA. So that could be pretty tough resistance there. And I'm gonna designate Day Up as my co-host. I don't think Wendy can make it today. All right, so when I talk, I can't see who is in the waiting room. Anyway, so if we get above here, 598, then you have like 603. That's the maximum I think we could go. And so look at QQQ. So QQQ, we met last month's monthly magnitude and lower. So now February low is this. Below that would be 484, 478. You can clearly see downside, right? If weekly drop below 496, downside, this two targets. Pretty okay, so the resistance I give two. So right now we are doing 15 minutes. One, two, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is still gonna be near like 6,000, the first resistance. And but let's look at this. This is 15 minutes. It's gonna hit my white line, the first resistance. Max 6005, right? This is like a little cluster about this portfolio. If it's weak, clearly this wave indicator thing is really gonna just hit here. Weaker, but if stronger could go higher. And I think this is also hourly wave three. So wave three, I would say at least go to 611. If we could get about 611, that's value area low, we could very much go to 6060. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60, 50, 60, 60 area is what I see. And this is hourly. Let's look at what 2 hourly do. 2 hour POC 6024, that's last week low. So remain at resistance. So for now, any time frame, I don't really see a lot higher, but this is 4 hour could be interesting. Like 1, 2, can we do like a 3? 4 hour time frame, we could really go to 60, 60, 74. I don't see I don't see the possibility going to 6,100 unless we can get about this. So the roadmap is in the planning channel. So the resistance it remains 6,005 and 6024 to 6035 and then 650 to 675 really so this all shared in the planning channel and we are going to use NQ. So I mapped NQ slightly different than ES. This was my planning when I was watching where downside could go. The last one was 2,500 to 2322, whatever that demand zone was. So it really dropped below 2,500, and that's the first demand zone. So you hear me talking about first demand zone, that's first demand zone. Price all above all this, and this is the initial really. Can they go from here all the way back to top? Possible, but measured move, like if say from here, this exact the same move, I'm seeing 21,800 at maximum. So this is 200 SMA, 100 will be 21,370. To be honest, 100 to 21,370, that's the level that I think that's 100 SMA. At the most 21,600 as for now. I mean, if Mexico said, hey, we're gonna comply whatever you want to do, with Mexico kind of said that, and we're gonna cancel, but Trump had to say, I'm gonna cancel the tariff. But Canadian, we haven't heard anything yet. And now Zelensky said, "Hey, if I'm invited back to White House, I'm willing to sign the middle deal." So if these three things all happen next week, I would not be surprised if we go all the way back to 22,000 in overnight, like one day. Very possible, but for now, unlikely. So that's the most optimistic I'm gonna be like 21,800 for NQ. So you guys know that I joined Mark Minervini for a month. I want to see how he does it, and I listened to his weekend market recap. He has two positions on, and he kind of agree with me that more downside. So, but we'll see what's happening. Because TradeStation doesn't allow me to do quarterly, like annual, like I sometimes go to check what is a quarterly doing. So quarterly, we actually dropped below the last quarter, right? This current quarter, Q1, is two up compared to Q4 2024. But we dropped below 50% of that. What does that mean? Meaning there is high probability we could drop all the way down to Q4, the bottom of Q4, right? 2024. So that is really 561. I don't know how to draw a horizontal line on this Weibo. But if you know, my cursor here is like near 563 something. And if we drop below that, then we are looking at 540 something, right? And so let's look at the QQ monthly too. I'm so bad with this platform. It really monthly this turning red monthly. So we need to be a little bit careful. Let's look at what weekly doing. Weekly have crying face again. But See, usually these two moving averages, and I have no idea what they are by default. Um, excuse me, sorry guys. EMA, I get this is EMA. Oh, don't do that. So how do I view it? Okay, so I don't know what this number is, but historically, this has been serving as support. Like even the uptrend, and then hit this has been strong support. Is that 100? I don't know what that is. I think that's 200. Okay. I think that's 200 I may. Anyway, so depends really right now. I already said that what's going to happen, so I'm not going to spend more time. Everything shared in the planning channel, right? So I want to spend a little bit of time on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is one, two, three, four, five. Okay, so wait a moment. This is four. This is five. So three, four, one, two, three, four, five. Downside is going to be 71, 410. So 15 minutes or an hour gonna have a pullback. Pullback either can be here or let's show it on the volume profile so you guys can see. Okay, so one thing I wanted to see hourly time frame want to drop back down to 70, 75, 320 actually lower. On the 15 minutes, either here, just a little cluster. Because the momentum is so strong, I think may actually just stop here and go in. Worst case scenario, I think we may revisit 90,000 and then go to here, 76, 600, 96, 600, 96, 600, not 70. And then when this happens, we need to take profit on our CONL and anything Bitcoin related. That's what we want to do. And dollar and dollar really hit a little bit shy from my 10 that level, like really just 0.11 shy. And then now we have daily breakdown, reversal down, right? Gold has a big rally. And Friday, I think I shared that if you want to go long on gold, you could. We went long on GDX. And silver, I didn't take silver, and now I'm regretting it. I didn't realize gold can drop so fast. But we have GDX that would be up. And Treasury yield, I have no idea what's happening right now. I don't think I can see at night, but I do think it may actually find support. And if you don't want to, we got in very low. So that's like $10, almost 30%. You don't want to activate your whole position. Um, at least acted 60% or at least 50. Um, I acted most of it because I wanted to buy the all the leverage ETFs. Although TMF is also leveraged, but it's already up so much. So from our point of view, I much prefer FNGB, SOXO, all those more than the others. So let's look at who else? Let's look at a Tesla. I wasn't planning to look at anything really because we already load. Um, it really hit. This is 200, I think. Yeah. So Tesla really actually stronger than I thought. I really thought it may actually fill the whole gap. No, it didn't. But the daily is two down, right? Daily two down. But it's above this Thursday 50% candle. So next target, I'm pretty sure it's gonna hit at least 308. The stronger resistance really 325 to 330 here. This is your strong resistance. So I'm starting unload a little bit TSLL. And ideally, clearly this is not day candle. I didn't up this side of the chart, so here should be. Um, and then next level will be 350. I mean, 344 is 100 SMA could be really also serve as resistance. I'll put it right line here. Okay, so I don't know whether I'm gonna take profit on the entire position. I have a heavy position, a few thousand shares. Let's look at Tesla. So one, two, let's look at hourly. Daily is done. Daily. Let's look at the hourly. So hourly one, two, three, at least to 325. See that? You can see chart or you can see from volume profile. It's very easy to see. So if above 325 will be 353 or 349, 350, basically this area. So we can, this could bottom before the market. Like a lot of times, like when market is still dropping state and some big mega tickers already start reversing up, and then Tesla could be one of them because I think there is many good things, right? Well, Starlink is really not Tesla. Um, yeah, I want to say they might get at actually air control business, and they're probably gonna get a lot of like space, but it really had nothing to do with Tesla. So I take that back. But anyway, so you can either take the entire position here, or you can take, I say 50% and keep another 50% open. And if drop back, say fill 255, then you can add back the half position and actually add the whole 30, another 30%, right? So we have level one buying, level two buying, and the level three buying from TSLL. If you didn't want to do TSLL, because you can't really hold TSLL, FNGB, FBL, all the stickers for long term, for very long. Like let's say, for example, SPY have monthly like a wave for pullback, and it dropped all the way to 540. Then you want to load, but this wave 5 up rally, it's probably gonna hit 700 and take the whole year probably to get there. You might want to have some position, just regular share, and some as leveraged ETF. So some of my accounts, just the one I don't even look, I loaded a regular share like Meta QQQ. Um, I add a little bit CR Caterpillar, I think, and basically 5, 6 ticker, very small amount. Microsoft, Amazon, Google too. Meta, I think, is one of my favorites. Because daily wave 5 up and then AVGO too. But AVGO earnings coming, and I have a big position on AVGX. But I'm only loading like 1/3. I did 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 because we already dropped 8%. And if really SPY dropped to 540, that's 10% for SPY. Um, then Q is probably going to drop 15 to 20%. In that case, I will, if really SPY drop here, I will load 70% of my account, not 70% account, the fund allocation. I always plan to keep 15% cash on hand. So really, if I'm loading everything in full fund allocation, I'll be loading 85% of my entire account. I still have a little bit cash in case that the extreme situation happens, and we can still have a little bit cash to load. So now, if you say, okay, I just want a Tesla regular share, yeah, you can load 30, 40% and load more, and I really highly doubt it will come back to this level because MACD level already slowing down, dropping. But you see how wide between the two moving averages. If the drop slowing down, you want a MACD not so wide, want to go up and cross back over, right? Ideally, something like this, then that you know this is the bottom. For now, it could be just like this, have a little bit up, like here, and then tilt back down again. So we don't know for sure, but if you look at Tesla chart on any time frame, there's no any bearishness left. Like 15 minutes, um, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, we still see a little bit 270. If Tesla drop below the recent low, that meaning we would have another leg down. And why is that? Let's look at NQ. NQ, that's 30 minutes what I see. And people, I look at the Twitter, sometimes it really drives me insane. I'm kind of like, someone told me, someone really like have a lot of followers on X and like posting, those people posting on X for money. I didn't know that. And it's the girl told me, said to her follower, so ES trend reversed. Where? There's no reverse on trend. You have lower low. You don't, you have a high, higher high. Now, so if here break above 59.85, now you can say on 60 minutes, I have a trend change. But before you take out 59.85, every time frame is bearish. There's no bullish time frame on any time frame for ES so far. And let's look at NQ. You know, I didn't even look at NQ. NQ is the same way, but slightly different. I can say this is a higher low. I mean, this too, you can't tell very much, right? Tiny, but it is a higher low. So I can say I have a low, higher low, high, higher high. So I can say, hey, Q on 60 minutes actually trend changed, right? So anyways, you have level for Qs and for me, I don't really care any other tickers beyond our little portfolio we have. And if market drop to 540 for SPY, it will be somewhere here. That's ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, but that's where the really initial stage of where the rally is. But 540 is a bit too low. So I don't know. I don't think April is gonna be like that. Um, I think it's maybe towards later of this year. So anyways, but we always should be careful as long as we follow our rule, one third, one third, one third, or 1 to 4, depending on how brave you are. I guess I'm the more brave one. I loaded the 40% of my account, I think, on Friday, and then I did a lot of short DTE call option. So at the end, my RA account, I used all the cash. Um, but at the end of the day, I acted all the options, so I'm still 60% cash, more than 60% actually. So anyways, that's what I think it's gonna be. And I didn't forget TTD, and I didn't forget. Yeah, he said maybe, and he doesn't know. And he also said IWM is gonna be 30 some percent rally last October, September. But if you look at IWM, even more ugly. I didn't really care to load this position. That's why I didn't talk about it. But if you guys, I mean, it's really, it look at monthly MACD crossover. So a lot of people talk about this like a little bit like a 2022 beginning. And I have to agree. Look at 2022 here, beginning 2022. That's a monthly MACD crossover. And you see this MACD just started, hasn't turned red yet. But can we just go like here, tiny, teeny, tiny red, and then immediately go back up? Yeah, we can. But for now, I'm seeing really something like this. So we have a lower high, very likely we make a lower low and to somewhere here. So that would be really something else. So anyway, um, just be cautious. A monthly give us signal is not small deal. So I did not forget TDD and DAC. I just don't have time to look at them right now. And so if really SPY drop to what the level we talk about, I will load everything 100% in, no cash left. I mean, as long as I don't use margin, I don't use margin, I only use cash. So even if I load, you say, okay, I'm start loading here and it dropped to 530. Okay, do I care? Not really on the big scheme of things. I'm still seeing SPY targeted here. So anyway, I don't know how many of you guys loaded Bitcoin related product. C is already dropping back. It's gonna come back here and don't panic. And then we'll wait until Rivet's here to sell our position. Um, gold, let's look at gold. Gold is at, it's a shame I didn't go long. So gold, I think should go back all the way to the recent high. Let's look at it. See, GC. Huh. Okay, gold, never mind. We'll come back down. That's good. We can, if they gave us an opportunity to exit our GDX, we will. If not, see gold, the downside target is 2838. But look at below. It could well go to 2800. So if we really do go to 2800, GC on weekly desperately need a pullback on monthly too. So, okay, so let's take profit on GDX tomorrow. And then if really gold come back below 2,500, we need to load and load and load. So you should keep this chart like have alert on. Let's say look at GLD, whether they look the same. GLD would be 230. Oh my gosh, look at GLD. I was prepared. I don't even remember when I drew those. So on weekly, maybe a little bit higher, 244. That's where we went long actually last time. Okay, so gold, if you don't want to do anything and then remember, come back, start loading at 240, 230. That's fine too. Okay, so that's all I have. And So tomorrow, take profit on Bitcoin if Bitcoin revisit this high. And then all the other things we can just hold it or take some profit when SPY daily print. Daily had to print a wave two. Okay, so right now it's one wave two, at least I would say 598. Same thing as we see in the chart, or 603. So, and then you either want to hedge or you just want to wait until it finish dropping below it. So when time comes, we'll talk about it. For now, that's it for today. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye.